Thanks for coming back. Sorry for that short pause, but we had to relocate, and I thought it would be important to bring you back and show you the work that we had accomplished when we were here at our last excavation. 2 fire pits. This one is about 99% done, and this one was the big surprise right here. If you pan over here and look at this, you can see what we call the subsoil below the profile or the features. It's kind of a yellowish, and as you go deeper, it's just that real light, pretty yellow. But up here, you'll notice it goes up to here, but then it quits. This becomes chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. So we have a very highly organic area right here that is going down, and it's probably going to be another fire pit, the equivalent of this one. It'll be fun to see if they're the same culture. We've already determined that we're dealing probably with an Adena pit over here, maybe a storage pit. Oftentimes, when they finished using the storage pits, they would burn them and just turn it right into a fire pit on top of a storage pit. Nothing unusual about that, and we're seeing that played out down here. We're also seeing fire pits on top of fire pits on top of fire pits. And such is the case here. And we are going to go ahead and start some digging and see what we come up with. Continuing to excavate, we had mentioned that we have features and profiles. Profile being like, hey, what's happening underneath the soil? You'll just see a lot of things going on, layers, etc. But once you nail down where people were, prehistoric people were, where they were doing any disturbance to the ground, we begin to call them features. So this, you saw it a few minutes ago, a fire pit, but now what we've done is we've actually cleaned the bottom of this fire pit. And you can see right here that the fire pit continues down, and in the back area it's still chocolate. This is a huge fire pit. This would be like for 250,000 Boy Scouts sitting around a fire throwing bubblegum wrappers in it. This is going to be a lot of fun. We anticipate a lot of pottery, a lot of debitage, and some shards, and probably some points. So we'll continue digging, and we'll let you follow the progress. All right, we decided that what we're going to do is take one of the buckets that actually came out of the feature. You saw it, the fire pit, the chocolate soil, and see what's coming. And then I'll kind of point things out to you. So you're in essence here sifting with me. It's a whole lot of shaking is basically what it is. And already I see an FCR. This is sandstone, and these things just explode and shatter when they've been in a really hot pit. And if you look real carefully, there's even a little bit of charcoal remnants on the FCR. So let me sift a little bit. We'll see what we got. If we got any flint, bone, knives, points, the multitude of things that come out of these hearths, these well-used fire pit areas. Already I'm seeing bits of flint, more FCR. This is hardstone FCR, a granite base, where before we looked at sandstone. My experience seems to indicate that on a really good hearth you have a lot of igneous rock and maybe a little bit or no sandstone. So we have both of them in this particular fire. Oh, look at this. Look, 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 look. Right here. Let's see what we got. I'll have to clean them off. And I see retouch all along that edge right there. That's what we call retouch. And when they first use an artifact, it's a razor straight edge, razor edge. But then when they use it and it's dull, then they come in and they do this retouch to put the really strong piece on it where they can cut. This actually is kind of a flake point. Here's one of the shoulders, right where my thumb is. This is a broken base right here. The other shoulder is broken off. It was right here, and the tip is gone as well. But both sides of this have heavy retouch. So we have a kind of a flake arrowhead. A couple other things you might notice. that we got here recently are igneous rock, but if you look, the surface right here is very disrupted. And this is a hammerstone. It's been used on who knows what, maybe just flint, making artifacts. But this is a well-used hammer, broke in a fire pit and shattered. And then we get lots of chips. We'll see what's coming out of here, but these are basically what your debitage or your chips look like. So let me go ahead and continue on this and see if we got any. Oh, here's another one. Another big old flaco. More than, yeah, it's a flake knife. I can see retouch along one edge and along the side. So this is a big flake knife right here. Again, we're right in the middle of this fire pit. Oh boy, what's this? Look at this, look at this. This is flint that's not native to Coshocton County, more looking like Flint Ridge flint. Beautiful. A thinning flake, and I'm sure, and I can even see the little bits of retouch on this thing like that, a little flake knife, Flint Ridge flake knife. Beautiful piece. So let me finish this one up, and then we'll summarize for today. Maybe we'll get a big surprise here, I don't know, but it would be fun. And honestly, this is, for me, this is as close as I get to my childhood night before Christmas. The big pile of sand is the present. You don't get to open it until the next day when we sift. So here we are, sifting it down. Just about all sifted now. Now kind of look and see what we have here. A lot of roots and tangles and sticks, bark, leaves. That's just part of the process. Removing those. More FCRs, 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 FCRs. A lot of sandstone FCRs now. Here's some debitage, which is just a thinning flake. Here's another thinning flake right here. Looking, not really seeing any pottery. It's just a rock that's exploded. Here's maybe a blade lit. Notice how narrow and long it is. I'm going to flip it and see if there's a ridge or a channel flake going down its back. Looks like there is. We have Flint Ridge flake knife over here. We may have some Hopewell evidence here. Don't know yet, but we'll put him over here and look at him later. Here's some more debitage. Flint chips. More flint. I'm not seeing any pottery. So when you're on a site, it's a whole lot of digging. And the best part of a salvage dig, the sad story, is that it was damaged and inundated by others in many multiple ways, so much so that a scientific dig would be nearly impossible. The best we can do is isolate what we can, look at it, and come up with some kind of a summation of who was here, when they were here, and possibly what they were doing. And if you look over here, you'll see that we've got plenty of buckets of sand that came off that fire pit area that we were just on. And we will be sifting through those in the course of the morning. And the next time you join us with Field Archaeology 101 Part 3 or 4, you will see the results of this fire pit. So thanks again for coming along with us, and we'll see you real soon.